take your Chiefs cars and set them up like fire trucks, right? Like, so I want the back of my car set up at, like, basically the same mindset that if you were being assigned to run, to be the officer on the engine today, you come lay your gear out a certain way. You get what I'm saying? I want the back of my car set up like that so that when I go to get dressed, it's like getting dressed next to the side of the fire truck. You get what I'm saying? Get the air pack pre-configured, mask already on. It's my car is always my car, so my waist straps are set how I want them. My mask straps are set pre-tight, all that kind of stuff, right? It's one of the things that's frustrating about PPE when you're the second in chief and you're going to be the division supervisor is you pulling up at a working fire, everybody else is working, they're already dressed. They got to get dressed on the way here. Now you're getting dressed. And if you don't have a good workflow, it gets really frustrating, or you trip over yourself, or you miss something, and that's how later on you get hurt or burned or something like that, or you forget a tool. You get what I'm saying? So I like you to go over to the engine, get a tool, which 100% I want to bring a small tool with me. I carry a couple of different tools in my car that I'll select based on the fire. Either a Lund bar, which is that shorter 24-inch Halligan bar, a regular size Halligan bar, or a Vulcan hook, which is that 5-foot Halligan hook, right? With the fork end on the end. So, I would maybe try and put some of that stuff in there. Another thing I always carry is I carry a box light, right? I know you got a 90-degree light, just my workflow. I tried that, and then like the day I put it on my gear, we went to a fire. It was in a commercial building at a college, and I had to go look at something outside to check on extension. I couldn't see shit with that light. And I was like, box light for life, buddy. And, I went back to it, and I haven't looked back since, right? So that's something at a division supervisor level, especially when you're doing a lot of looking around, that's a lot of value for me. I think if you're on the engine, a 90-degree light's fine. You'll be close to the fire. You're doing a very task-oriented job. When you're trying to look around, I want to be able to see more stuff, right? Another thing I would get for the Chiefs buggies, if you can, or I would pull it off a fire truck if I can find one, is a thermal imager, right? Having a thermal imager as a division supervisor is priceless because it just really enhances your ability to check on conditions, see what people are doing, all that kind of things. One of the first things I do when I go through the door is look with that thermal imager and see what's going on. So if that's available, that would be a great thing to have. Or if you're the division, come up to the command post, hey, what area are you sending me to, and what companies do I have?
Copy that, Ron. First floor fire test.
Can you take Division 2 with these guys right here from Millersbury?
Yeah.
And see what we've got on the second
What
floor?
do you have? Now, that's not always practical. Like, if I'm over here and that's over here and this is 800 feet apart, I'm going to call up on the radio, Assistant 36 to command, I'm on side alpha. That's what I'll always say when at ours, Chief 50 to command, I'm on side alpha, and that's the key word for where do you want me? And then they'll give me that assignment over the radio.
Command, Chief 50, I'm on side alpha.
Chief 50, go ahead and take Division 1.
So face-to-face if practical. If not, get them on the radio. Next thing I will consider on the way up as a division is doing a 360. Right, doing my own 360 if it's practical to do so, because that gives me a chance to see the layout of the building myself, the conditions, progress of operations, and where the companies are. Gives me an idea what I need to focus on when I go in. So again, if it's practical, I'm going to do it. If it's a 200 by 200 warehouse, I'm probably not getting my own 360. But if it's a house, I'm going. Then, as we make entry, great job contacting the companies. I think somebody already said it, but as a division, when they come in and you were doing it, is get up to those companies and yell down the hallway, engine 25, where you at? Ladder 25, where you at? You don't have to get right next to them if it's not practical to do so. And then everybody should already know the 3 questions the division is going to ask. What do you got? What do you need? Do you have all your people? If everybody's squared away on that as an organization, then when the Assistant 36 comes in and he goes, yo, 25, where you at? What's 25 responding with? I'm right here, we got fire in the back bedroom, we got water on it, I'm par, and we need another line. And what do you say to that? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really reduces the number of times we have to talk. When I say hello, you already give me the answer to the question I didn't ask yet. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm going to ask. Does that make sense? So that's a good workflow to kind of remember. And then, if we have multiple companies on the division, which we probably will, we're going to get those 3 questions from each of them. And then that's a great chance to step back, right? Step back, maybe in this case, the perfect example would be, I'm gonna go exactly where you were, get those information, and then come back to the doorway. You know, Division 1 to command. Why am I coming back to the doorway? I'm out of their way, and it's quieter. You get what I'm saying? And now the information I'm sending to him will be more clear on the radio. Division 1 to command, and now I give him the whole progress report, basically the summary of what is going on in my area and what my needs are.
Command, 250, Division 1.
250, yes, right.
Yeah, that's correct. Division 1, primary negative, all visible fire knocked down. Conditions in the first floor are improving. We're working on opening up the ceiling from below.
And then after that, it's pretty much just managing that area, just like you were. Hey, let's make sure, did we get a search over here, checking for extension here. If you needed another company, call for another company or whatever, right? So that's just kind of quick thoughts on the division. Anybody got anything from that or to add to that?